It's Lynn Chang of Career Zen. A lot of times clients ask me, how did you find this career path for yourself? And I tell them, it was not planned. You cannot really plan a career. So I tell them the story, which I'm going to tell you, and this is what I teach in my work. When I was little, I loved watching PBS specials on monkeys, monkey behavior, human brain, psychology, all that kind of stuff. And my parents looked at me and said, Lynn's gonna become a psychologist. And at the time I didn't know what that meant, but I said, I would never do that to you, Mommy and Daddy. I will not be a psychologist. But over the years, high school and college, I just gravitated towards psychology. I loved the social sciences. It ignited a fire in me like no other. So even though I was majoring in business at the time and then switched to engineering, I was secretly taking psychology classes. And I decided not to major in business after all, because even though it was working with people, it felt a little bit competitive to me, too competitive for my taste. So then I went to engineering, and the funny thing is I cannot do math and science. It just did not come naturally to me at all. I would turn in my homework with holes in the paper from erasing the assignment so many times. It did not make me feel good. What made me feel good is taking psychology classes, learning all about human behavior. So at one point I went to the Career Center at the university and I talked to someone, and through a series of questions and inquiries, I realized, hey, I really do love psychology. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love it. It made me so happy, it made me so curious. I could not wait to go to class. And I changed my major that day after talking to that career counselor. Fast forward, chose psychology, loved it, and by my senior year, I realized out of all the different fields of psychology, it was counseling psychology that spoke to me the most. I think it was the multicultural focus on the field. And then I got my PhD in counseling psychology. And out of all the different settings I worked in grad school, working at the university was my favorite. And I started applying to different jobs at universities here in Austin. And wouldn't you know it, the very same career center that helped me as an undergrad was hiring. So I went there thinking, I'm going to thank them and give back to the university, maybe for a little while. And it turned out to be 13 of the best years of my life. It was phenomenal. And at that time, I was also studying yoga. And yoga started infusing into how I saw myself and life. And I started combining in my mind, I think there's something to it. I think there's something to yoga and life purpose. So that's what I started teaching. I started this business. At the time, it was called Career Wellness Consulting, just for fun, just for something on the side. I loved working with students, but I also saw this need for grown-ups to have a place to explore and wonder what else is out there. How can I feel more fulfilled in my everyday life? And I love working with adults too. It helped me grow, and I didn't know I was going to be a small business owner, but I really loved that part of my life. And then one day I went to a shaman class, and I drew an angel card from the angel card deck, and it said, "Go now, leave your job. You are perfectly poised to begin your next adventure." And I took that as a sign, and even though I loved working at the university, I knew that the universe was correct. I needed to spread my wings and work with more people in my way. And it's been a tremendous honor to be on this journey with all of my clients And who knows what the future holds? I keep things very organic, and that's why I teach this to people. I want to empower you to know who you really are, to trust your gut feelings, and to move in the direction of what feels like your bliss, because that is what's ultimately going to help elevate you, elevate others, and heal the world. So that's my story, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.